Morning. I feel good. I'm just sitting here. I'm bored, absolutely to death right now. Absolutely bored. I'm looking out into my yard. I'm thinking, should I go out there and cut grass? But that's boring. But I will get it done. Cutting grass out there, just back and forth with the lawnmower dragging you all over the place. I could use the riding mower, but yeah, I don't feel like it. Good morning to you as well, Walker Farmers 20. Yes, I am here and bored. I got everything planned out. I bought some. Wait a minute! I got to show you guys this. I got to show you guys this. Look at this right here. A lot of y'all know what that is. You slide this over an apple or a pear or grapes, and you pull this cord, and it tightens down, and it keeps bugs and birds and animals from getting near your fruit. First year trying it, so I'm just trying it. So I'm letting everyone know that I'm just trying this out. Now, the problem I have, because they put everything with metric, and I'm not too familiar with the metric system. When I bought them, I thought they were bigger, but as you can see, they're pretty small. You try to slide a good sized apple in this, and you have a problem on your hands. Now, the other thing is, these are sold on eBay. It's called I think it's called a fruit bag, something to that effect. But you'll go in there, you'll see it. Buy the biggest one. They got one small, one big. Buy the biggest one. I believe that'll suit you. This is the smallest one. It's looks like it's 4 inches by 6, measured in centimeters. But here's what's going on. When you turn around and get these bags, they feel pretty sturdy, like bugs or birds can't get to them. Um, the majority of the bags I used were on my what you call it pears. Pear tree did pretty well this year, I must say. And so that part I'm happy about. But I slid them in there. I got the pears in there. So and they ship these things really slow because they come all the way from Japan. I mean, my God, it said if I order bags now, I'll get them in the winter. And I mean, my goodness. And I looked around and looked around and looked around for bags that I could purchase because I got some grapes I want to save. Um, that the birds eat them as soon as they start uh, getting to the point where they start developing good amount of sugar. And so that being said, um, I'm kind of concerned about that. So had I got the right size bags, I would have spent about $30. Oh, good morning. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. I'm telling them all about these bags here. They go over your fruit, and I like them. The problem I had with this one is I didn't buy them big enough. A good sized apple or pear would not fit in there, or the grapes. So what I had to do with the grapes is interesting. I had to cut this side open and cut a second bag open here, join the two together, staple them together, and I had a bigger bag. And then I had to staple them onto the fruit. I think you get the picture. So, um, and if I want to order some more bags, they take such a long time to get here. So I looked and said, wait a minute, why don't you try going on Amazon and see if they have the bags? Maybe they ship them faster. So that's where I'm at right now. Or I have a few more bags I can cut open and do the same thing I did with the grapes, which is a lot of work when you got to stick them together. Never used one, but had heard of it. Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, really, they feel pretty sturdy. They're thin enough so no bugs can get into your fruit. Um, and when you pull this close like a noose, um, right like that, see, the birds can't get in there, and you got a good deal. So I'm gonna see how they work out, and I'll preach about that later because I don't want to give you a bum stare. But I like to find where I could order them of a bigger bag, like about the size of my hand. Then I could get them about 100 and slide them all on my grapes because I got quite a few grapes out there. I'm gonna lose once the birds come online and they start saying, "Oh, I smell sugar." These things are ready, and they could eat them up in one day. Birds can eat grapes up in one day, and I have quite a few grapes out there, folks. Quite a few. Maybe I don't want to say how many pounds, but I have quite a few grapes, and I don't want to lose them. It's a shame to raise them all year long and then have the birds come and knock them out in one day. I used to think that was cute, but after a while, loses its thrill. Um, and then I have some what they call them red grapes. Oh, I'm excited about that, folks. Because all I had was white grapes at first. Now I have red grapes, and they're young, so they haven't come online yet. Um, hello to you as well. Hello to you as well. I like that people coming in and very friendly. Um, the gardening style that I use this year is a little different, which is dig a hole and fill it with nutrients and put the seeds on top. And that seems to be working out really great for me. I fill it up with basically a very good potting mix that I make myself, which is let's get it right. It's peat moss, it's cow manure, it's compost, it's what we call that stuff called lime. I fill it with lime. I fill it with organic fertilizer, and like I said earlier, the cow manure. And I mix it all up, and then I put it in a hole, and in a hole, and then I go ahead and put the seeds on top, or I put the plants on top. And the plants and the seeds are doing absolutely incredible. They're just acting crazy. My God, this and pears and grapes in a bottle. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You talking about a fabric? Oh, you might have saved me. Let me look at this fabric and see what it is. Thank you. And as the song says, two heads are better than one. Two heads are better than one. I love that. Oh, you might have saved me. This looks like the same fabric these bags are made of. They sell it at Walmart as well. Thank you. Because the bags, the only thing I'm buying is that somebody took the bags and put them together. You can directly plant ground, still plant and pots. Okay, okay. Thank you. And you said, okay, I got you. You said it's the same material like these bags. Can I get it closer so you can see what it is? It's kind of stiff, and all they did was um, look like they ironed them so that they stick together. That's what it looked like. They used an iron. I could use staples. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Miss. Thank you. You saved me some money. I bought these bags for $16, and the bigger ones are $30. And I could do what you saying here, and I got a ton of staples, and slide them right over the grapes. Bada boom, bada bang. They done. Thank you. Do you make wine? Oh no, no, I don't make wine. I've never made it, but I'm not opposed to making it. You know, Miss Vicky. Oh, Miss Vicky. Ah, thank you. She said, no, no, you can make these. You don't have to go out there and spending all this money. See, I like that. It's like every person on here, including Food Farms Family Culture, get on here and he'll show you how to do something. And you'll say, oh, okay. Like right now, I have a, what do I have? I have a, come on, Napoleon. I have a grapevine growing right next to a tree, but it hasn't grown up and grabbed the tree yet because I might have grown it too far away from the tree, maybe a foot off of the trunk. And it beautiful. It's a beautiful plant, but it hasn't grabbed anything yet. So I could rectify that. I could do a what they call that. Um, I could put a string from one branch so it'll go right up to a branch and then start. I could do that. That's one way of doing it. But it's growing real good. And see with the sun out there, folks, I really don't want to go out there and mess around in that heat. Let me see what the temperatures is out there. Temperature. Let's see. Oh, okay. No wonder I don't want to go out there. It's 80 degrees. Yeah, I don't want to go out there in 80-degree temperatures messing around in the heat. Shalom. That's what that says there. Shalom. You are welcome. Oh, I like that, Vicky. You helped me out. I like that. Because I got to go to the grocery store tomorrow anyway. Because I was going to go today, but hey, folks, I got to tell y'all something. I hate going to the grocery store now. I really do hate going to the grocery store. I got to stand 6 feet behind people. We got to wait in line before we get into the grocery store out in the sun. We just got to stand there and wait, and it's just brutal. And then we get into the store. I don't know why people do this, but it's been my experience ever since I started shopping. They block the aisles with the carts. They walk off from the carts. Then you got to move their cart and hopefully they don't get offended. I hate going to the grocery store. And tomorrow I have to go, but I have lots of food here. The deep freezer and the freezer is almost full. But there are certain things I want in my refrigerator, so I don't keep going to the job paying $16 or $17 for a sandwich, and I can make it at home, paying big money for sandwiches. I can make a sandwich at home for a fraction of that. Good to see you again, Mr. Price. Good to see you. Backyard gardener. Thank you. People stopping in that I haven't seen in a long time. I told everybody I was bored. Because and it's this lady and guy couple. I don't know their names. I like their show. African American couple, and they get big hits. And I like to see that because I usually see there are certain people who come on to a line. They're gardeners and they're heavy hitters. I call them heavy because they'll get 200, 300 people online and just be sitting there going, when I grow my stuff, I get everything, and I listen at that and go, wow, this guy's a farmer or this guy's a gardener. But when I see people that are just regular gardeners that live in the city or live in just the suburbs and doing a little gardening, they don't have a huge garden, they just have a standard sized garden. I like that because I see them get them big heavy hits. Me, the highest that I hit, and I know that's my fault, is about 13 people, and that's it. Got good information, but it must be something I'm doing that people are going, okay, I'll just tune in for a little while and then I'll head on out. But I try to show you how to save money. My big thing is I got tired of seeing people go online. I mean, excuse me, go into gardening, spending two, three, $400 a month on a little teeny plot, getting a few tomatoes, a few onions, if that, and they get nothing. And I see them do that, and I go, my God, they're spending a whole bunch of money, two, $300, a lot of money to get 6 and 7 tomatoes. And then after a period of time, you don't see them online anymore because they give up. They just give up. They say, I'm done. I'm done. And so it's just brutal when I see people do that. So I started doing all the research I could to find out what is actually needed in growing a garden. What is actually needed, and who could grow the prettiest tomatoes, the prettiest onions, and still spend nothing or spend a fraction of what is actually necessary. And I found out that you could save food scraps, you could collect leaves, you could do all of these things and buy inexpensive tools or buy the right tools that you absolutely need, and then you won't be spending all this money. Um, when you could save on your water bill by doing a rain barrel system. And when I started doing that, I spent no money on even a water bill, nothing. I got tired of giving people a big amount of my water bill and just watering the ground. I said I could put a battery operated pump, and then I could do a rain barrel system, and bada boom, bada bang, and be growing large, big, pretty organic vegetables and fruits off of water that's better for your ground, better for your garden, better for your soil. And I said, I'm on the roll right now. Of course, you're going to spend some money because right now my rain barrel system is down because something is wrong. It won't collect water anymore. So I got to go into that and find out why it's not collecting water. It could be due to the collection system that I'm using that ties into the gutter pipe, and it could be the rubber is kind of shrinking, so it's not along the walls of the pipe, so it gathers the water. So I'm gonna look into that today. Batteries, you get they last about 3 or 4 years. $70 for a deep cycle battery. You get at Walmart or something, and they'll last you about 3 or 4 years. You just charge them up every, so often, and you get what you need. It's no big deal. So that's how that works. So I'm looking large. So I'm looking good, folks. I got stuff out there growing. That's great. Water system. Yeah, water system is absolutely great. I mean, mine is small. Mine collects about 100 gallons of water. I was originally going to do it to about 200, but I found out that 100 lasts for a long time, and I got a pretty good piece of property that I water, and I don't need to. And every time before I'm ever out of water, it starts raining again. All I need is for it to do is rain every 3 or 4 weeks, and then I got water back again. Yep. I got to tell you, folks, gardening is a beautiful thing. I wish this live thing was more people on it, but it is what it is. I'm glad to have the people I have on here. I like what I got. And right now, everything in the garden is growing beautiful. My trees are throwing me off a little bit because I had a whole bunch of plums on my trees. Early stages, they were very small and they just dropped. And I said, oh my goodness. And I said, why did they drop? Went and looked into it and found out that anything can cause them to drop. It could be low temperatures for a period of time. Um, the fact that the trees are very young, which they are, and they put on all these plums and then they drop. So we had some really cool days before it ever got warm again, and it just dropped. I went back out there and looked, and they were gone. And besides, I think my research has shown that um, plums are notorious. I think things can cause them to drop. It could be poor nutrition, disease. It could be cold weather. No plums on my trees yet. Maybe next year. Yeah, mine got about 3 years old before they started producing uh, fruit. And the plums that I had, what they called, let's see, I got Santa Rose, and that Santa Rose was given to me. A tree company accidentally sent it to me. In fact, I never ordered them. They just sent them accidentally. But what are the plums I have? I can't remember. They're well-known plums for gardeners. Can't think of the name of right now. Santa Rose I have, and the other one called Stanley plum. I have two Stanley trees. Beautiful, beautiful fruit. I'm waiting to taste them, but they come on. This is the second year. First year they came on about 6 plums, and then they dropped. This one came on about 20, 25 plums, and they dropped. So I'm saying, okay, this is a young tree. This tree is not accustomed to carrying that much uh, uh, fruit on it. My apple trees are doing good. This year they put on quite a few apples. Peach trees, don't like them this year. This year I don't like them. Sandy Rose and Burbank. I had a Burbank and it died. It died. I mean, yeah, Burbank. Yeah, I had it died. A variety of plums. Okay, yeah, I had it. It died. The first year it died, and I thought it was gonna make it because it was leafing out and everything, and then it just died. Took it out of the ground and found out it had no roots on it. So something obviously ate the roots or it rotted away. I can't believe Vicky showed me the way on this. I love this. I'm gonna write this down right now. So I go to Walmart. I'm not in the dark. I can look and know exactly what kind of fabric I'm looking for. That's right. I got it. $10. Wow. Well, folks, I'm gonna head on out of here. Got down to three people, and I really appreciate all of you stopping in, though. I am here to save gardening. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. Remember, keep on gardening.